Stranger Things is ending, so let's try all of their spooky food collabs that I could find. What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I'm the only person talking horror on the internet. So I don't have to tell you what Stranger Things is, right? You've watched, you've seen, you know. And I'm sure that you've caught on to the cash-in that's been going on this entire year. Basically, anything that can be branded with a Stranger Things edition has been. So in honor of the finale, we're going to try them all out. We're going to see if they're as good as the first 4 seasons or as kind of shitty as season 5 has been. Sorry, not sorry. As is with all branded spooky food, I'm going to be ranking each of these on a 10-point scale. No decimals other than maybe the occasional 0.5 over 3 categories. Those 3 categories being spookiness, brand representation, and the most important overall, taste. By the end of this, we will determine the ultimate Stranger Things spooky food. Get a bunch of this shit back into the freezer. But that being said, we're gonna start the day off with breakfast. First up is gonna be our Eggo strawberry waffles. Eat your breakfast. You may never know when your world turns upside down. Funny. This is kind of neat. There's actually a code here on the side. On the back, there's just a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Eggo's first ever full strawberry flavored waffle. Let's give it a go. It smells nice. That tastes like mostly nothing. I'm not getting much flavor at all. I mean, other than just standard Eggo. You would think that with something like this, you wouldn't need anything else to go on it. But this definitely needs something. I like the color to it. It's reminiscent of a Demogorgon, right? But this is a letdown to say the least. I don't even know what you would necessarily put on this. Maybe jam and maybe some peanut butter. I mean, it's not bad. It's just no better than a standard Eggo waffle. Bring out the old chart. I made a chart. This is a very scientific thing, so we have to be accurate. For Stranger Things strawberry waffles, I think for spookiness, I'd maybe give it a 5. Since Eggo is so prevalent from the beginning of Stranger Things, the tie-in is perfect. Giving it its own flavor and everything like that just goes that one further. I'm gonna actually go 10 out of 10 for brand representation. As for taste, I'm not a big fan of carby breakfasts. I don't think this tastes any different than a standard Eggo waffle. So for taste, I'll go a 6. Overall score on these guys, I'm gonna give it 21 points. But that's not our only breakfast option. So next up, we got the Demogorgon Crunch. Kellogg's exclusive Stranger Things cereal. I guess they didn't feel like they did enough with the waffles. I like the packaging on this. The backside's pretty cool. Look at that. Read the clue, find the object. Oh, that's fun. The whole box is like a game. Answers are on the bottom, so I'm not going to show you that. It's basically Eggo cereal as it already existed, but it has marshmallows in it. Those marshmallows, there's a flashlight, there's a D20, and a Demogorgon. I don't know how accurate any of those look. Flashlight? But whatever, let's give it a shot. You know, this should be over here. I am personally not a cereal guy. Growing up in the 80s into the 90s, this does remind me a lot of the cereals that I ate as a kid. This is definitely spookier. You can look at this and you'd know that this is something that has to do with monsters, even if you weren't familiar with Stranger Things, right? But for the spookiness factor of this, I think I'm gonna go with a solid 7.5. Brand representation, they could have gone one better and thrown some kind of prize into the box, right? For that, I'm gonna have to dock them a couple of points. I think we're gonna end up at a solid 8 for that. As for overall taste, this is a solid cereal, and that's coming from somebody who, again, is not a cereal guy. I think that this is a solid 8. I would eat this regularly if I regularly ate cereal. Overall score, 23.5. The superior breakfast food item. Alright, so what say we get ourselves something to wash this all down before we move on into lunch? This is Stranger Things Gatorade. We got Lucas on the side there. This is a citrus cooler flavor, which has been discontinued. They've brought it back. It's retro or what the fuck ever. This one is upside down citrus cooler as well. It's not just the packaging, you could see it's a different color. I'm hoping it's a different flavor and this isn't all just a bunch of marketing bullshit to try to get you to buy like 6 different bottles of this so that you could just put them on a shelf and admire them. But I do remember citrus cooler from growing up. I remember it being a decent flavor. Let's see if it still is. Try this regular one first. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, it's not how I remember it. It tastes very watered down. It's kind of like Tang, but like without the tang. It's not terrible, but it's nothing great. The standard one, I don't see anything on here that like would tell me that this is supposed to be spooky. Spookiness for this edition, I'm going to give it maybe a 1, and that's probably being generous. Brand representation, I mean, I guess they've got Lucas on the side of it. They've got some kind of write-up on it. It's maybe like a 5. In regards to taste, pretty much a letdown. I'll give it maybe a 4.5. The score for Gatorade Citrus Cooler ends up being a 10.5. Let's try the other one out, the Upside Down Citrus Cooler. It's upside down. That looks fucking putrid. I was okay with it to begin with, but seriously, when you poured it, it looks like fucking swamp water. Can you see that? That smells exactly like the other one. Wait. This one does not taste all that much better, but it tastes closer to the original citrus cooler that I remember. Nothing more to really say on it. It's the same thing. It's just a different color. The fact that it looks like fucking swamp water just makes it all the more terrifying. For spookiness level on this, I'll give it a solid 7. It's just that much more terrifying. Brand representation, I still don't see Gatorade tying to Stranger Things in any way, shape, or form. But this is a better effort, so maybe I'll go up to a 7 for this. Regards to taste, like I said, it's slightly better than the other one. I know they're the same flavor. You taste them side by side, tell me you can't taste the difference. 4 or 5 for this, so I'm going to bump it up to a 5 for the other one. That gives us a grand total on this one of 19. Let's move on to lunch. Alrighty, so first up for our midday meal, we got these Hellfire Club Totino's Pizza Rolls. They're spicy cheese. I know these have actually been on the market for a couple of years now, but I've not tried them yet, and I'm kind of excited to finally do so. I know there's also a spicy pepperoni version. I'm just very much a plain cheese kind of guy. Zig in. Hoo-ha. Fuck. Don't act like you've never done it. I'm hoping I didn't annihilate my taste buds on that. I'm going to come back to that when they've cooled down for a little bit. And for the time being, let me tell you about our side dish, Stranger Things Baby Bell Cheese. Baby Bell Cheese, Stranger Things. This is a regular ass Baby Bell cheese, except that it has Hawkins High School on the thing, or Starcourt Mall on the thing, or the regular ass Baby Bell logo with a bike and a Demigorgon. I watched through season 5 waiting for Baby Bell to show up. It didn't show up anywhere, and as far as I can tell, there's no difference in flavors or anything like that. This is just the regular ass Baby Bell. We're gonna try the Hawkins High School one. Not that it matters. I don't think I've had one of these since I was probably like 8 years old. Still satisfying to pull this thing off. Pac-Man. Fuck you. Give it a shot. That's a Baby Bell cheese. You know, when I was a kid, I was never a fan of this. I always preferred Polly-O string cheese if I was just going to eat straight cheese. As an adult, I don't think I'm really a fan of this. I think I would prefer Polly-O string cheese. Edam or a Gouda. This says a semi-soft cheese. I'm pretty sure it's an Edam or a Gouda or some shit like that. I wish I didn't just make like 5 pounds of macaroni and cheese because I would just throw the rest of this shit into there. What will become of the rest of these? I'll probably melt them on top of some burgers with some fig jam and arugula or some shit like that. Alright, for regular ass Baby Bell cheese, the spookiness on it, I wouldn't even look at any of those logos that are on there and interpret any of that shit as spooky. Honestly, shit's a 0. Brand representation? Yeah, I mean, it's 2/3 of the things have locations on them. I don't know that anybody would outwardly look at any of those and say, oh, this has to do with Stranger Things. It's a pretty piss poor attempt. I'll give it maybe a 3. Taste? I suppose I just don't like eating cold fucking Edam cheese. 2. But on that burger, it's gonna be like a 7. Overall score for that shit-ass Baby Bell nonsense, 5. Alright, let's get back to these pizza rolls. That's not bad. The air fryer is absolutely the way to go with these. Microwave is really the last resort, but that's good. They've got a nice spicy kick to them. I would go that they're maybe even a little bit too spicy, because it's absolutely taking out the cheese and the marinara flavors. But overall, I'm good with them. So for spookiness, I mean, you got the devil guy on the packaging. It definitely doesn't look tame. I'll give it maybe a 4. Brand representation, even if they had spicy pizza rolls like on deck as something they wanted to do and they just took advantage of the Hellfire Club thing, I do like that these exist as a Stranger Things exclusive flavor. I'll give it a 7. In regards to taste, they're a very good pizza roll. If they were slightly less spicy, these would be up to about a 9. But I think I gotta knock it back to an 8 because it's just a little too much. Total overall score, 19. And lastly, for our lunch, we've got the Stranger Things Fruit by the Foot. Could have been displaying this side. I don't know how long it's been since I've had Fruit by the Foot, but since it was only available in this fucking 18 pack, I guess I'm gonna be eating a whole lot of them going forward. I do like that it's a mystery flavor. I know that they had Gushers, and I know that they had Fruit Roll-Ups that were also branded as Stranger Things, but that was just like a changed box. They had no new flavors or anything. Smells good. All right, let's have a look at that. Ooh, it's very spooky, very Vecna or whatever. I like it. Try foot number 2. It's some kind of cherry. Cherry is the overall prevalent flavor. Yet the only fruit that's listed on the side is pear puree. I think that it's some kind of cherry berry blast. I probably got tons of shit in my teeth. I can feel that it's stuck to them right now. So, apologies for that. But, spookiness, this is probably the most ominous box of fruit snacks that I've ever seen in my entire life. Plus, the actual fruit snacks look scary, or gross, or some kind of shit. Like, everything makes sense. Honestly, I think they nailed it with this. As far as spookiness goes, I think this is a 10 out of 10. Really nothing left to be desired with it. Brand representation, I mean, you could see it on the box, you could see it on the actual snacks. Like, everything makes sense with this, right? Even the fact that Stranger Things leans into mystery territory and they bothered to do a mystery flavor. I don't know what more you could ask for. I think that this is a 10 out of 10. And in regards to overall taste, I actually very much enjoyed these. I think that I go a solid 8 on these Fruit by the Foot snacks. Overall score on these bad boys, 28 out of 30 points. It's the one to beat. Let's clean up before we have a snack. Let's start with these Doritos. These are Doritos Collisions, 2 flavors in one bag. Those flavors being Stranger Pizza and Cool Ranch. Grab your favorite Doritos and dial into 1987 for one last adventure. Call 1-8554-HAWKINS. Should we? It's a landline.
Number you have dialed has not been recognized. Number you have dialed has not been recognized.
1-855.
Please try later.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. Alright, I guess we're gonna give him a shot. Alright, so I suppose this is a Cool Ranch one. It looks like a Cool Ranch one. Tastes like a Cool Ranch one. Not had a pizza flavored Dorito in forever. That ain't good. I used to work at Pizza Hut. It tastes like the pan sauce. And the pan sauce was not good. It's got like some kind of MSG flavor or some shit going on with it. Try them together. I guess that's the thing. No better. Alright, I gotta be honest with you guys. I thought that these were gonna be one of the standout things of the bunch, but that's why we do this. I don't think that there's anything that's tremendously spooky. I mean, you got the Demogorgon on the Cool Ranch side. You got the Hellfire Club logo over here. Like a 3. Brand representation, again, I like that they did something specifically for Stranger Things. However, this is not a good thing to do for Stranger Things. To do the Hellfire thing with the Demogorgon thing, I think that it would have made more sense to do like Flamin' Hot Nacho and regular Cool Ranch. A 6. Taste, this was a huge letdown for me. Cool Ranch alone was fine, but it was somewhat compromised by the pizza flavor, and the pizza flavor is shit. The two colliding in my mouth were a disappointing experience. If it was just the pizza flavor alone, this would probably be a 2. The Cool Ranch redeems it somewhat. I think that it goes up to maybe a 4. Overall, Doritos Collisions Stranger Things edition, 13 points. Our other snack on the sweet side, we've got the Chips Ahoy Stranger Things edition. It's filled with strawberry filling. It's made to look like a Demogorgon, kinda, sorta, ish. Let's give it a shot. Oh, that's interesting. Some leaked out of this one right there. Let's have a look at a different one that's like, okay, well, that one too. Well, none of the strawberry shit can seem to stay inside. I guess let's just give it a shot. Not a fan. Part of what works with the combination of chocolate and strawberry is that the chocolate is kind of bitter and strawberries are kind of sweet or kind of tart. They're flavors that complement one another. Cookie portion of this tastes nothing like chocolate, just a fucking sugar bomb. Strawberry portion of this, nothing like strawberry. It too is just a fucking sugar bomb. These are awful. Had high hopes for these. I don't like these at all. I think in regards to spookiness, it's a darker package and everything. Yes, it does look like it's on the spooky side. I'll maybe go to a 5 on it. Brand representation, I would say that it's a solid 9. In regards to taste, I fucking hate them. They taste like straight chemicals and sugar. Doesn't taste like real food. It's a 0. I don't want to finish that pack. But on the bright side, I mean, it's only 18 cookies. It's not like I bought more than one package because I was excited for these. Fuck my life. Overall score, 14 points. Alright, I gotta go fire up the oven because it's supper time, suckers. Alright, so for dinner we're going to be having the Hawkins High Cheese Pizza. These also have been available at Walmart stores for a little while now. I know there's an assortment of different flavors and there's new flavors coming out as well. Comes with a free limited edition collectible sticker. Let's see what we got. It just like stick it on the what the fuck? Why would you've not gotten this before. The sticker is literally affixed on the inside of the box. So you have to do that to get the thing out. How stupid is that? We got the van! Yay. It should be noted I followed the box directions to a T with the exception of the fact that I used a pizza stone as opposed to just throwing it directly on the rack. I did go for the lower end, 21 minutes, and the thing still came out overdone. Regardless, let's give it a taste. So the crust is about as useless as it possibly can be. There's no flavor in it whatsoever. Sauce is awful. I would hope with the fact that you can see there's like real pieces of tomato in there, this would have like a bold, robust flavor to it. If you blindfolded me and told me to take a bite of this, I would literally ask you if there is any tomato sauce on it. Italian seasonings on top. I get none of that. As for the cheese, it's a standard mozzarella. Had they thrown in like some Parmesan or something like that, there could be something interesting to talk about, but there really isn't. This is one of the most bland pizzas that I've ever had. It's ironic that they're calling this Hawkins High Cheese Pizza because I have memories of high school pizza tasting far better than this does. So in regards to spookiness, I don't think that there's really much of anything there. I'll go maybe a 2. Brand representation is a tricky one. I would not be surprised if Walmart had a collaboration with Palermo and that they approached Netflix and said, if you put a pizza place into the 4th season of Stranger Things, we'll release these pizzas and give you X amount of cut of that. Not even product placement, it's like intended product creation. It's not even a good product. But did we even see anything from Surfer Boy Pizza in season 5? Well, I'm kind of torn. It should be the perfect thing, but it also feels completely fake and manufactured. I guess I'll go 6.5. Taste, it's not wholly inedible, but it's far from good. I think 4.5 is where we land. Puts us at a grand total of 13 points. And the last thing that we're going to do is obviously finish it off with some dessert. These are special Stranger Things cake bites. It's all the cake in just one bite. I went with the Code Red cake bites. This is chocolatey and vanilla cakes with a rich dark chocolatey coating, vanilla cream, and red drizzle stripes. I also had a Hawkins Lab one that was essentially a vanilla flavored cake. I've never had cake bites before, but the fact that they are supposed to be a moist, delicious cake that has a 6-month shelf life doesn't give me the highest expectations. Let's give them a shot. Individually packaged on the inside. There's 3 bites in each of these packages. 4 packages in the total package. That's what they look like fresh out of the package. That look very moist or delicious to you? Definitely a prepackaged cake. One that's loaded with preservatives so it can stay shelf stable for 6 months. Chocolate is waxy. It's just not particularly good. I think that the packaging is good all around. I think that the colors lead me to believe that it's something that's kind of supposed to be scary. I feel comfortable throwing a 7 on this. Brand representation, again, it's nice that they put together their own flavors, their own colors, but I don't know what cake bites have to do with Stranger Things. I suppose that it's maybe a 6.5. Taste, it's better than the Chips Ahoy, but it's still not very good. Maybe if I preferred sweeter foods over savory foods, this would be a better option for me, but it's just not. I'll give it a 2. Cake Bites overall score, finish at a 15.5. Alrighty folks, so that ends it all. In 3rd place, the absolutely fine Strawberry Waffles, finishing with 21 points. Finishing in 2nd place with a grand total of 23.5 points, this delightful Demogorgon Crunch. The best Stranger Things food, finishing with a grand total of 28 out of 30 points in 1st place, these Fruit by the Foot Special Edition Mystery Flavor Stranger Things Fruit Snacks. This is the best representation of the series and a delightful snack overall. That's all I got, cretins. That's going to do it for today, creeps. Do all these things. Let me know, did you try any of this bullshit? A lot of bullshit here. I hope you all enjoy the finale of Stranger Things, and I think that you'll maybe enjoy it a little bit more if you avoid the majority of this food. But as always, that is all just a matter of opinion, and I do feel that you should try it yourself. Make your own decisions, remain critical, support horror.